Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. We are back in town with another 2,000 point Ark of Omen match play mission today. It's the sequel in Vexar Secundus, and we have 2,000 points of the victorious Leviathan High Fleet against Abaddon the Despoiler and his Black Legion. Alright, 2,000 points of Leviathan Nids painted in a nice green camo scheme. Kicking things off, we have the Hive Tyrant. His relic will be the Seer Hive, giving him everything he hits as an auto wound. He also has the Venom Cannon, which is damage 4, AP3 nasty gun, as well as a Lash Whip and Bone Sword. His Warlord trait is Adaptive Biology, giving it 5 up front of pain, and his Psychic powers are Onslaught and Catalyst. Moving on, second in command, we have a Neurothrope, who's got a 3-up Invuln. She knows Paroxysm as well as Neuroparasite, and she also is just amazing at giving things 3d6 cast for a Warlord trait as well. 2 things, 3d6 cast, which is just awesome. And then finally, we have the very shiny Tervigon, just bare bones Tervigon with 2 massive Crushing Claws, and her power is Catalyst. And that's the HQ for the Nids. For troops, switching it up, I have 3 individual 10-man Gaunt squads to give me more flexibility for the game to move around, do actions. Pretty spicy. I got the Warriors here! Woohoo! They're back. They went up in points, but we've adapted. We've learned. So basically, this guy is what 4 of them have. So 4 of them are Scything Talons and 4 Devourers, and then I have 2 with Venom Cannons and Lash Whip and Bone Swords. So a bit of proxying because I gave them all dual Bone Swords, but then it just went up to 10 points each, which is just ridiculous. So that's the Warriors, and I'm just going to basically, they're going to be my big anvil unit. Meat and potatoes, give them a Catalyst. I can do the Synaptic Imperative for Leviathan, which is give them 2 Hive Nexus for 2 Synaptic Imperatives. Leviathan also gives me Baby Transhuman on the little bugs, and then Big Transhuman on the monsters with Synapse, and that's the troops, as well as rerolling a hit roll. And then for elites, we have 2 squads of 5 Gene Stealers, as well as 3 Zoanthropes. 2, and then Zoanthropes, no Neuroparasite as well. And then moving on, for heavy support, we have a Tyranids over here, and he's going to be armed with the Flesh Spore Hive. I've also given him Synaptic Enhancement, meaning he'll be transhuman as well as giving off a Synapse Aura. And if I need to give an Invuln, I can with the Brain Bugs at any point, or just provide that with my Psychic Power, which is just awesome. I have for fast attack the Parasite of Mortex, and his Warlord trait is Alien Cunning, giving him Obsec 5 models. And then finally, I have 2 Screamer Killers. Bare bones, no upgrades, just 130 points of sheer brute force. And that is 2,000 points of my High Fleet Leviathan. 2,000 points of the Black Legion.
So my Warlord today is Abaddon. He had paid the CP for all of his Warlord traits. So he has all his Warlord traits. And then here I have my Tzeentch-marked Terminator Sorcerer. He has the Veilbreaker plate, and he knows Death Hex and Warp Time.
Which is the teleport ability.
It's teleport and +1 to his armor save. I have my possession. I have my Master of Possession. He is Slanesh-marked, and he has the Libra Hereticus, and he has Trusted War Leader for the 5-up CP regen.
And Libra Hereticus allows him to do...
cast an extra power and have 24-inch range.
Yeah. Very nice. And then moving on, we have the converted Chaos Chaplain.
Yes, so my Chaplain has the Obsec Aura.
Very nice, as well as the
4-hit transhuman,
with 2 Berserkers at the back.
He is Slanesh marked.
Very nice. And then moving on, we have some Poxwalkers.
I have a squad of Cultists.
Cultists! Hey! They're just a bit nervily.
They have all of their free war gear.
Nice, so one of them has a big old gun.
So they have one of each of their heavy weapons. Squads of unmarked Legionnaires. The sergeants they don't look like it, but they're hiding power fists in their pocket. And then I have 1 las cannon each and 1 with the heavy chain axe.
Very nice, because free war gear.
It's free war gear.
That's where it's at. And then at the back or at the front, where are we moving to?
We're going to go to my
Terminators.
Elite slots. So I have my big brick of Slanesh Terminators. They have 2 chain fists, 4 melters, 2 power fists.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then I have the thing which I'm trying out today is 8 Tzeentch-marked bikes, so they have the extra AP and the ignore the first failsafe.
Awesome, and they moving up a lot of shots, a lot of DACA.
Yeah.
For
good benefits from Abaddon's reroll.
You've got quite a lot of shooting in this Chaos list because you have some las cannons, and at the back we have some warp.
We have this is my proxy Havocs. They all have las cannons.
So that's a bit of proxying, but we have 6 las cannons.
Yeah, all together.
We have lots of bikes for some speed. We have 1 single Obliterator, just being cool.
Yeah.
And then we have 5 possessed.
Yeah.
As well, not 10 today, no Demon Prince, but quite a lot of shooting for a Chaos list. Your Black Legion, and Black Legion gives you +1 to hit against the closest unit.
And when I'm charged.
As well as giving you something else.
+1 to my attrition.
Yeah, which is not okay, But the Black Legion with Abaddon is fluffy, and he has his Warlord traits as well.
Yeah.
Which allows him to...
So he has 1 which puts you in the first Doctrine.
Nice.
and he has the one which I select a unit and my whole army rerolls wounds against it if they're core.
Very nice.
And then he has the one which gives him +1 attack or D3 if you're Imperium, and he rerolls his own charges.
And he rerolls friendly charge and +1 to charge for any friendly units?
For every friendly unit, but that's built into his +1 to reroll 1, sorry.
Abaddon's a monster, he went up to points. So do the Terminators, but they're very strong. See what happens and how this game will get along as we play on the ruins of Vexar Secundus. So stay tuned. This is the board set up by Massoir, and we're playing on Vexar Secundus. It's the sequel to the earlier game. If you watched it, spoiler in 3, 2, 1, the Tyranids won, they were victorious, so the hive mind has been breeding and brooding and multiplying. And they are coming together and they're swarming this world, but a Black Legion crusade led by none other than Abaddon the Despoiler has arrived. So with the mission we are playing today is the Scouring. There are 5 objectives like a 5-sided dice. It's a hold 1, hold 2, hold 3 mission for 4, 8, 12. And for the P2, you do an action on an object 3 points per action completed at the end of the game. So this is, we'll have one side on the grassy plains, we'll have one side defending the ruined city. They will clash in the middle in an epic game of Tyranids against Chaos. So stay tuned as we go to the secondaries. Boom, secondaries. Tyranids have no prisoners, raise banners, and behind enemy lines because they got buffed. And then the Chaos have Assassinate, Grind, and For the Dark Gods, which is basically like Rod, but you have to be within center of table quarters for 1, 5, 9, 12 points. And that's the secondary. Boom, so the Chaos are starting on this side. They have barricaded themselves in the city, and they will be deploying on that quarter while the Tyranids come in from the grassy plains. So we'll now go to the deployment. So stay tuned. Obviously on Vexar Secundus we're doing terrain rules, so barricades will give obscured, and cover, buildings are obscured. If you're touching them you get cover. That sewage pipe in the middle will be -2, no -1, but these are going to be obscured at the back. For the hills it's 1 inch to get on, 1 inch to get off. We'll see what happens in this epic game. And deployment. The Tyranids have spawned in the grassy plains. The colour of their skin matches their environment. I have 2 Screamer Killers in outflank, and I'm starting on 2 CP. I have some Gene Sealers basically infiltrating, with some more Stealers infiltrating over here. I have a strong core, a lot of things hiding behind these back obscured pieces, and we'll take a look at the Chaos. Here we have lots of bikers and some legionnaires, and then everything seems to be behind this building, and some possessed on that side.
Yeah, I got possessed, marked possession, and another squad of legionaries there.
Very nice, and also you're outflanking the cultists.
Outflanking cultists, deep striking the obliterator.
The single obliterator.
The single obliterator.
And you're choosing to reroll the wound roll against.
Yes.
Choosing to reroll wounds against the hive turn. Choose your weapon. Boom! 4, 2. Tyranids. Turn 1. Interesting times for a Tyranid. As we go into the command phase, we're going to go reroll 1s to hit to the warriors. I'm going to spawn 10 termagants in, and she'll give +1 to hit to that squad of termagants on the right side. And then that's all of the command phase abilities. Oh, he gives his 3d6 cast, sorry. I'll give it to the Tervagan and to himself, and we'll see what happens in Tyranid turn 1 as I push up, do actions, raise banners, score P2 points. Quite crucially, I'm going to do it there. So it's quite interesting. No damage probably because you're quite hid, apart from maybe getting some pot shots off some bikes, potentially with the Tyrannifex. I could get some shots off. Alright, nice. So we'll see what happens in turn 1. So the synaptic imperative this turn is +2 inch to my move, and in my movement phase I did the P2 action on that objective in my opponent's half, giving me 3 points at the end of the game. The Termagants are spawned in here. The Steelers doing the action, and the Parasite jumped over here while the Tyrannifex is pushing up, and the Parasite did the action. So I've done 2 banners and P2 on that objective. End of the movement phase, I pretty much pushed some gaunts up here, kept the Tervagan and the Warriors back. Tyrant Guard are protecting the Hive Tyrant, who's going to do some pot shots, push up behind the building, move the Parasite up to do an action. Tyrannifex coming forward. I'm going to give him a 5 Fern of Pain and an Invuln this turn. Mega buff because of my Hive Nexus Leviathan power. And that is the end of Tyranid movement phase. We go on the Psychic phase, which is quite important. Start off with the Tervagan, who through her Synaptic Webway will give Catalyst, or attempt to cast it, on 3 dice because of the Neurothrope. Alright, Catalyst! Yay! Going to give Catalyst, which is 5 Fern of Pain, through the Webway to the Tyrannifex. The Tyrannifex has a 5 Fern of Pain, and we're going to go to now the Neurothrope, who's now going to cast the Hive Nexus power. Synaptic Link has been channeled through, and he'll try and cast the Hive Nexus power upon the Tyrannifex. He has a 3d6 cast. I think it's a 6 or a 7, doesn't matter. It doesn't. Hive Nexus can transport, so the Tyrannifex has another Synaptic Imperative active this turn, anyone that I want, and he'll have the 4-up Invuln from the Zoanthropes. So now the Tyrannifex is transhuman with a 5 Fern of Pain and a 4-up Invuln. Enjoy. That's the end of Tyranid Psychic phase, because everything else I believe is out of range. I have the Hive Tyrant, who has his heavy venom cannon. Fire down into the bikers. 3 shots, hits on 2s. And I can reroll 1 of these, because I'm Leviathan. Ha-ha! Woo! First 9, so 3s. Boom! Or the first failed save. 6 ups!
So 2 down.
4 damage, 2 bikers go down. You can't bring them back though. Sir did quite well. That was pretty good. He's quite gnarly. You're down to how many bikers now? That's the end of turn 1, and we'll check the points on the scores indoors. We get 3 points for that, plus 2 banners, and we'll go now to Chaos. Turn 1. Both get a CP back. The Nids are on 4. The Chaos are on 2. We'll see what happens as we push into Chaos turn 1 movement phase. Looks like these Steelers are going to get slain. End of turn 1, Chaos movement phase. What was the gist?
So Abaddon, in the command phase, Abaddon put the Trans Hitman there,
Very
and
nice.
he gave 4 Eagles the Havocs.
Lovely.
And then
We did the action with those guys for the Dark Gods, whilst doing the 3 points for the P2 and with the Possessed on that objective behind the building, which is very nice. And now we finished the movement phase, and we have a psychic phase that can begin. Stabbing a Terminator to get +2 to the cast.
Yeah.
D3 mauls for 2 mauls. One Terminator is down to a wound. He's on a wound. Trying to res a bike now, which he may with the +2.
It's a 5.
Oh.
I would get it anyway.
So good.
It's such a good
So the
battle.
bike's another one comes back. Bike comes back to life, and you're trying to stab a Terminator again for another D3 for 1. Perfectly kills the guy. Perfect.
That's actually
Trying to kill a Terminator here.
because in my next turn, I want to use the Veilbreak Plate teleport, and I'll res a Terminator back so that I have a closer charge.
To come into hopefully the higher time for you, which is scary. All right, moving on. Psychic phase continues, or we
Yes, I have
T6.
T6. I'll put that on the bikes.
Track for the +2 the cost. Get it on a 12. Don't even need the +2, but the Terminator plan has been
Now
revealed.
the Trans Hitman with 4 Invon and the T6.
And ignore first failed save.
Yeah.
Wow. And trying to give the bikes the invuln to finish. Oh, he perils those! 3 mauls for a big old. Just a 1. Down to 5 wounds, so plenty left. Psychic plan comes into fruition. The bikes have all the buffs available, known to Chaos. And now we move into the shooting phase. So where are we starting? Shooting. Where are we starting? 7 bikes, +1 to hit because of the closest model. Rerolling 1s because of Abaddon. Nasty. And exploding 6s as well. You have 28 shots. Coming in hot!
Reroll 1.
Attack, attack, attack. That 6s explode. Oh my god. 28 dice and 1-1.
weird.
So everything hit. 32 out of 28 hits. Wow, shots. That's just 10-44, winning on 4s. I'm gonna die. Woo, 5s. And I'm slain. I rolled well though. I did roll well. Gene Stealers. Oh, wiped out. Single las cannons firing down into the Tranfex. It's 4s, but +1 to hit because it's closer, so 3s. 6s explode, don't get a 6. Ah, he misses! That's fine because you have 5 more las cannons on that side, all the way down into Larry the Tranfex, who has a 5 Philippine Transhuman and 4 up Invon, but you are rerolling the hit roll and wound roll. You're also hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
2s, rerolling 6s explode. Rerolling, ooh, he needs it. Transhuman, so 4s, but with a reroll. Okay, can you get the conversions? Oh! 4 up Invons. I just made 1. CP reroll. Ah, okay, thank you. Stop this! Ah! 36 damage, stop it. Oh, 14 wounds! Spending a CP roll.
I do get it back.
Do get to that 2. Into a 1, into a 4. So you're doing 16 damage. I have 17 wounds. Thank God I gave him the Field of Pain.
Oh my god.
16 5-ups. So yes, I'm a tank. Oh. Tyranids is on 9 wounds remaining, taking 8 damage. The Las Cannon is just showing you what the Chaos can do if they put their minds to the task with their Black Legion power. End of Chaos turn 1. They wounded the Tyranids. They killed the Gene Seeders. Yeah, you get 3 points of grind, 3 points of P2, and 2 points for the Dark Gods. So you're up to 8 to 3. He's going to Tyranid turn 2. Tyranid command phase on turn 2. I get 8 points of primary and 2 more points of banners, so paving back with the points. I got 1 back from 4 to 3 to heal D3 wounds on the Tyranids. You took a bit of a punch in that round. Yay! So not imperative shall I be for this round? Invons. I'm getting the Invons. Command phase, he will give his 3d6 cost to himself. The Turvigan again, because she can only do Catalyst, so you might as well guarantee that. And command phase abilities are spawning gaunts. I'm going to give reroll 1s to hit to the Warriors, +1 to hit to these gaunts here at the bottom. And that is the command phase abilities, and we'll see what happens as the Tyranids push up, do more actions, get more points, and do more damage. And I'm doing the action with the Parasite of Mortex to get another 3 points of P2. End of Tyranid, turn 2 movement phase. A lot went down. I advanced the Brain Bugs, the Neurothrope. Gene Stealers stayed on the objective, POP, holding it down. I got the Warriors who advanced up. This is a building, by the way, retreating us, so they pushed through. The Turvigans staying back. These Termagants are falling a line to screen. I had the Tyranids pushing up to get some shots off, while the Parasite did the P2 for 3 points, which I said. I brought in 2 Screamer Killers whilst giving them Invons, because they're within range of the Hive Tyrant, and I have 3 attempts to try charging the Possessed, who had just run that building. And then deny some primary for my opponent, while the Tyrant Guard are performing a protective barrier into the Hive Tyrant. which is hopefully the play. Yeah, so we'll see what happens as we go into Tyranid turn 2 Psychic Phase. Tervigan, who's gonna cast Catalyst. We make it on a 6. From the Catalyst, after careful consideration, maybe to the con effects. Ooh, maybe the Tyrant Guard, you know. Plans, Tyrant Guard again, the 5 Furnace Pain. I think that's continuing the Psychic Phase, I'm gonna try and cast Onslaught from the High Tyrant. Make it! 7. Onslaught will go into the Tyrant effects, giving him ignore penalties to shoot. He's done his psychic powers. We're moving over to the Neurothrope. Final thing, because of ranges, the Neurothrope's going to cast the Hive Nexus power with a 3d6, which he makes on a 9. Give this con effects on the right-hand side a 4-up invuln. He already has it, but if he's not within range of the Hive Tyrant, he loses it, but this way he's just going to maintain it.
He's the chosen one.
He is the chosen one! End of the Psychic Phase. Start of the Shooting Phase. Starting with the Tyrant effect, spent 2 CP because he's a monster on Scorched Bugs, giving him a 30-inch range, allowing him to shoot the Havocs in the back corner. That's 30 shots, hitting on 3s. Good rolls. Good rolls. Roll one of these because of the Leviathan. Yay! So because I spent the CP, he's now strength 6, they're T5, so you're looking at 3s to wound. So not only did I get the range to shoot them, but I also wounding now on 3s.
That really good.
They have a 4-up saves. AP1, no armor contempt. Let's go! Oh, he rolled well.
No.
1 guy remains after doing 8 damage, killing 4 of them. Just 1 last cannon who will take a leadership. 3 Termagants in range of these bikes, hitting on 4s because of Trans Hitman with no reroll. Strength 5, T6, so it's a 5. That's a 3. That's nothing. Bike power! I need a 4-up there, man. We had a 4-up save anyway, to be fair. Alright, moving on. We have some Venom Cannons for some Warriors. 2 Venom Cannons, D3, but blast, so min 3 because there's 7 bikers. Okay. Hitting on 4s. We'll take that. Strength 8, T6, a 3. 2 4-up invulns. AP3, 2 damage. Oh! They ignore the first failed save, so never mind! That's the end of Tyranid Shooting Phase. We actually did some damage to some Havocs. He will take a leadership at the end of the phase, but now we go to the card effects. Alright, the one on the right, the one that needs to get in because he got the 4-up invuln all the time, is coming in hot. Oh, I need a 9. Oh, it's a CP reroll. Come on! Yeah! And then the other one needs to come in. Come on, I need this! Oh, I fail it. You found it. Okay, end of Tyranid's turn 2. If I had made the charge in there, I would have denied his primary on those objectives. Because Screamer Killers would have picked up those possessed. Damage 3. Oh, leg out. But we failed it, and CP was spent. That's the end of Tyranids turn 2. I just get 3 more points of P2, and we'll see what happens as we go into Chaos Black Legion. He passed leadership because he bought a 1. Come on, face of the Chaos. We both get a CP back. They get 8 for primary. Scores are on the doors. However, they rolled a 1 for their litany, meaning they want to pass the Trans Hitman on the Terminators, which is pretty big. He's on 4. I'm on 1, so we'll half a CP, but he still has the resources. End of Chaos, turn 2, Mutant Face.
Yeah.
Spend 2 CP to the litany on them. Push these bikes into the building. We have brought down an Obliterate as well, touching the building there to shoot into potentially a lot of things. What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to the Psychic Phase of the Chaos in turn 2. Yeah. Choosing to stab a possessed. D3 Mortals for 2. Try bring a Terminator back to life. Yeah. Which gets +2, which makes on a 10. I can't deny because it's too far, so we just get a Terminator back. For +1 toughness on these Terminators who have strengthened the middle of the Chaos lines. Warp charge 7. Fails it. He makes the Feel No Pain from the last guy with the Liber Hereticus at the back, giving it to the Terminators, allowing them to have a model come back and also have a 5-up Feel. Coming in to deny the invuln on the surround effects. He needs a 9 because of Shadows in the Warp. Shadows in the Warp. No. Same boys, he has 2 casts. Going to attempt to cast the 4-up invuln on the bike, which he makes on a 6. Fails it, sorry. The Psychic Phase, they healed the Terminator and got the 5-up Feel No Pain, but failed all other powers. Now move to the Shooting Phase, which could be quite... It was alright. You got the Feel No Pain and you brought back a guy, so the charge is looking quite spicy into the Tyranid effects on 12 wounds. Shooting Phase, where are we starting?
Oh, I've also, I need to say I've
done the action.
So I've done the action on this objective, and I've also done my secondary objective over there, and I will dedicate this quarter of the day on the board.
Any Slaanesh model will get +2 to their leadership, and that quarter, well, on the other quarter is the Tzeentch models getting +2 to their leadership. Yeah. And now we're starting with shooting, so what are we starting with?
Good question.
In the building has a Melter, the Tyrannifex. Hitting on a 2.
6 explode.
Transhuman, bit strength 8, so it doesn't actually matter. No. It's okay, so far so good. We are living for now. Terminator has a split firing. They're doing 2 melters into one of the Carnifexes on the left, 2 melters into the Tyrannifex, and then 5 guys with bolt into this Termagant squad on the right. 1 guy just with wrath firing into those guys. I'm going to transhuman in for a CP. Yeah. Melters into the Carnifex.
So
hitting on 3s.
Hitting on
2s rolling because they're closest eligible with the Carnifex. 6 explode, 2s rolling. A reroll. 4s re-rolling. Transhuman. Ooh. Invulns. No!
Oh.
2d6 damage.
Okay, so I won't reroll the 1. There's no point.
3 wounds, take 6 damage. Ouch. So 2 more melters and Tyran effects. On 2.
Oh!
And then force to wound, sir.
Okay.
Rerolls.
Oh!
And 1. Yes. Tyran effects tanks it on 12 wounds. One guy into these gaunts. 2s, rerolling, 6s, explode. One guy gets 6 hits, wounding on 3s. One guy's touching the building, so it's a 4 up. And then okay, so 5 ups. Okay! 20 shots from 5, guys. Into the bucks. Hitting on 3s, rolling everything, 6s explode. Rerolling.
Oh, 6s!
10 6s, so you get an extra 10 hits. So you got 29 out of 20 shots into these termagants. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. These guys are smoked. The reroll, this is just damage, Black Legion. Terminators are brutal, they wipe out the termagants. That last cannon in the building and the rest of the squad, what are they gonna do? One last cannon in range, into the convex on 3 wounds. 3s, so 2.
No, just a... Okay.
Doing sir. Transhuman!
Oh yeah, I'm just like... Yeah.
I transhumaned him.
Yeah, pause.
Yes! This one last havoc with his one last lad. Tap the convex on 3 wounds. Oop! Miss. Convex is on 3 wounds. Abaddon's gonna light up his shots into the convex that is wounded. 2s!
6 to explode.
5 T7 on the convex, so 5's to wound, just 1. A 3 up save. The obliterator who spawned in the closest, but he's firing down into the convex. 3 shots with the strength 9 weapon. For 3 shots! Hitting on 3s. Okay. That's wounding on 4s because it's transhuman. Oh my.
1 4 for that.
4 minutes. Oh, he does! Does he explode? No. The convex is picked up, leaving only 1 left on that flank. The bike is gonna just pretty much extinguish these termagants. Coming in, 3s rolling 1, 6s explode into the gaunts. This is probably, oh my god! 26 up to 24 hits into the gaunts, wounding on 3s. Ah, this is such a painful turn. Okay. 5 months. Termagants as well have been deleted.
I got grind two models ago.
Yeah, okay, fair play. Charges is pretty much into the Tyran effects. You get +1 into your charge, so it's like a 4. Yeah. And you get a top 1! Oh! Bringing that model back allowed you to make the charge. One's coming in. He needs a 10-inch charge rerollable. He rolled a 4 so far. He needs a 6! Oh!
Now I gotta check that.
He can re-roll it. Been a good turn so far for the Chaos. They've wiped out Carnifex. They've wiped out both squads of Gaunts, meaning I'm only gonna get 4 for my primary. And also, you're gonna probably kill Tyranids. And will Abaddon make it in just to basically add salt to the wound? Roll it because of his leadership!
No.
So we just have the Chaos Terminators coming in, but not all of them will be able to fight. So 7 Terminators coming in, 2 Chain Fists and 5 Accursed Weapons. Reroll on a hit and wound roll. No exploding 6s, bring it on. 2 CP to +1 to wound. Did you get any back? No. 2 guys with Chain Fist is 7 attacks. Plus 1 to hit, hitting on 3s.
Yeah, 3s rolling.
We're rolling because of Abby the Dawn. Oh no. Okay. Transhuman, I tell you, on the Tyran effects. 4s, but with the reroll, he needs with the Transhuman. Big bugs Leviathan with the Transhuman, but will the Invon save me? Please! Okay. 83 damage. For 5. 7 wounds remaining. Well, pretty well for the damage there. Allowing these guys to reroll the wound roll is so big though, because the Transhuman, the one way to get around Transhuman is rerolling the wound roll. Yeah. I found, because Dark Angels, they are super strong, especially top of the meta, they will get nerfed, but if you want to get around that Transhuman, or any kind of Transhuman in the game, reroll the wound roll, which is what they have. He has 7 wounds remaining, it's 20 attacks. Can you do it? I hope not. Ah! Got a bunch of hits. Rerolling the misses. Yeah, you missed 1. +1 to wound is 4s now. You need the reroll. Wasn't too bad. It was actually pretty good. Oh god. Okay, thank god. I need 11 wounds come through as a 4-bit months. Yes. On a single wound remaining. Holy schnitzelhead. Terminators have swarmed around. They put him on a wound. I am going to fight back. Vex fights back. He has 4 attacks, but because he's so badly injured, he's on hitting on 5s. Ah, I get 1. -1 to wound because of Black Rune Damnation. It's a 4 to wound. Haha! 3 up! Damage. You feel no pain. So many layers of durability on these boys, but they still take 2 damage. And Black Legion turn 2, they take the point despite me being OBSEC 5 models with Parasite because they've given them OBSEC with the Cloak of Conquest. Continually, Nids will only get 4 points of their primary in their turn 3. So we'll see what happens and we'll see how they respond. Aha! Tyranid turn 3, I get a CP back, command phase. Synaptic Imperative this round is going to be exploding 6s from the warriors. And the scores are on the doors here for you can see them now. Command phase abilities, I'm going to give 3d6 cast to, he's going to give it to the brain bugs, as well as giving it to the Tervigan. And then I'm going to give reroll 1s to hit to the warriors, +1 to hit to this Termagant squad as well. And I got CP back and that's the end of the command phase. things, and we'll continue with the present day. End of Tyranid turn 3 movement phase. I'm getting gassed. I'm ignoring the Terminators, arguably, by pushing the Tyrant Guard this way with the Hive Tyrant. The Carnifex is coming up there to wipe out this flank, take that point. The Steelers are going to come in to charge them because they have a free interrupt. The Warriors are here to shoot them. The Brainbugs are here to smite them. Tervigan's here to with them. And we're just getting ready to rock and roll, I think, because we finished the movement phase. These guys got to move. We have pushed things up. Yeah, we've pretty much summed it up. Warriors staying back here. Brainbugs are going to kill things. Yeah, we're going to the Psychic phase, and we're going to start with the Brainbug. 210 point Brainbug unit.
Okay, so I have a deny here.
I get +3 to this roll and a 3d6.
Yep.
So good luck. Oh my god.
Well, when you...
No CP, but I'm CP rolling it because I want a super. I get a super in my mind for d6 plus 3. 8 more.
Nice.
Feel No Pain is giving them a 5-up, but these Brainbugs have powered up. I think that CP was worth it, if you ask me. 8 5-up saves. This is make or break, my friend.
That was really good.
Oh, you rolled well.
I rolled.
Makes 4, failed 4. 1 was already in the wound. 2 Terminators 4. Coming in with this Brainbug, he's going to come in with his powers of Neuroparasite into them. He has a +1 cast innately. He's going to come in with his Neuroparasite into those guys. Fails it. Paroxysm now into them, which he makes that one on an 8-9. These guys now -1 to wound and also no Overwatch. Tervigan has 3d6 cast and a Catalyst. Yes. The Catalyst is going to be the Warriors, actually. So the Warriors will have a 5/5 there. Tyrant's now going to chuck out some powers. He's going to cast a Smite into the Legionnaires. Smite ya. Again on 9. So you're trying to deny me with a Zenith Striker? You need a 10, sir. I don't believe it.
Oh.
Big 3. Hwah! Oh, just one. I hate when you roll a 1 for a d3. Anyway, continuing. We're coming in with the Hive Nexus. 9. Deny? No. Channel my Hive Nexus power to channel through the Synaptic Link range and give these Warriors a 5-up Invuln. End of Psychic phase, I believe. Yeah, because we got the Feel No Pain, we got the 5 Invuln, we smited, we've got Paroxysm, we did a smite, and we got Hive Nexus, and that's the end of my Psychic phase. Pretty successful.
Really successful.
I would say, yeah.
Everything went off.
We killed 2 Our shooting phase had begun. Guy's gonna fire his big old cannon into them. He is hitting on 5s though. 30 shots hit on 5s to make or break my career. I broke my career. Right, strength 5, T4, but 4s, because -1.
That's fine.
Yes. Come on, another one. 3 go 3 AP1s, 3 3-up saves, sir.
Okay.
Well, you have no combat because you're in combat. Take 2 down. 5 ups, but she doesn't make any. Hey! This Screamer Killer is going to scream into the possessed on a wound. D6 hits. No, D6 shots, sorry. Scream! 4s. Oh god, one of them because of Leviathan. Warriors are going to go next. We have 2 Devourers in range, which is going to be 10 shots, and then 2 Venom Cannons into the bikes. Devourers coming in, hitting on 3s. You're right. Rerolling 1s. And rerolling 1 more, but I'm going to save that. Yeah. Devourers, Daka. Flashbugs. Ooh. 3 ups. Yeah. The first failed save, so nothing happens, but you've used up that ability. 2 Venom Cannons is blast, so 6 shots because there's 7 bikes. I'm hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and rerolling 1 more. Oh yeah. Rerolling one of these because of Leviathan.
So good.
Yes. Strength 8, baby. 3s. Oh, I rolled badly. I just got 2. 2 6-ups. 2 6-ups.
Yeah, you're fine. Kill one, mate.
Bad wound roll Warriors. The head of potential was there though. Moving on, we have the Hive Tyrant. He's going to shoot the bikes.
Nice.
Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1 of these because of Leviathan. I always need that reroll. Strength 9. Yes! 3 wounds from the Hive Tyrant with a heavy Venom Cannon. You need 6s to save your bacon. 3 more die. Big old Hive Tyrant killed 5 bikes now. Also in the movement phase, the Parasite moved over and claimed that objective. Shooting done. Charges has begun. Steelers are coming in. Don't do that to me, Jack. I knew I was going to make this! Steelers make it in, and we're moving over to the other side. Carnifex is going to come into that Legionnaire squad. Ah! Oh yeah, the Hive Tyrant's going to come in as well. Come on, Mr. Hive Tyrant. No, coming with it. Just the Carnifex coming in.
Just the Carnifex.
Let's do it. Steelers made over here. We're going to start with the Steelers. 20 attacks with the Steelers. 6s explode. Come on. Him being Synapse gives them the 6s explode. I got 19 out of 20 hits, even with the Trans Hitman. I'm wounding on 5s. Okay. 6 went through.
You dropped 5.
5 up saves.
5s and 5s.
2 Terminators. Oh, you made good wound! Just kill 1 Terminator and 1 down to a wound. Steelers managed to pick apart a Terminator. They're up, so we move swiftly on to the Carnifex. He has exploding 6s because he's within 6 inches of the Hive Tyrant, and he has 10 attacks, rerolling 1 of these because of Leviathan. Carnifex coming to the Legionnaires, hitting on 3s. On 3s. 6s explode. These because of Leviathan. Oh my god. 2 6s, everything hits. This is 3s. 6s. It makes 1. Carnifex picks up the squad, but hasn't quite penetrated the lines for the behind enemy lines. But we're continuing the theme. And we have the Chaos Terminators to fight back. 2 Power Fists and a Chain Fist into the Tyrannifex, and then 4 guys with the Accursed Weapons into the Steelers. 3s, you're rolling.
Oh, it is
6s explode, because it is turn 3. Oh my god. Well, winning on 4s because -1 to wound, but we roll it because Abaddon is a beast. 4 up Invulns. I failed 5. They perfectly die. If I didn't kill them, they would tie them in combat. And you could have spied me, I guess. Skillers are picked up. No 4's the power fist, but we're rerolling.
6's explode.
Rerolling because of you. Okay. 5's to wound.
5's to wound. Rerolling.
Just 1. It's AP4 and I've done fun.
No, this is
3. It's AP3. Oh! 4 attacks and sergeant. And 4's.
6 explode.
Oh no! Why are you gonna do this to me? 5's. Come on, turn effects. Live, brother. Live. Oh my god, just 1. You guys, AP4 is hitting that. 4 through. Oh my god. One single guy got 4 wounds at D3 damage. It's just not. Oh. Lash out, brother. Lash out, brother. D6 mortals. 5 mortals. He lashed out and did 5 mortals, but he has 5 ups. 1's on a wound. Come on, let's get 2. We get 2. He dies, he kills 2 Terminators. What is going on? Beyond epic. I have to roll a 6 and I did it. Killed 2 Terminators on the way out. Provided synapse, 6's explode, absolute monster. End of Tyranid's turn 3, we get another 3 more points for P2. And no prisoners, we did a lot, but we didn't quite get behind me lines. Let's move to Chaos turn 3. Come on, face.
4-bit transhuman on the Terminators and 4 rerolls on the Terminators. And then I I put the bikes back into the rapid fire.
Yes, but Abaddon's ability in his command phase to previous a doctrine.
And that's it.
Very nice. We'll move to the moon phase for Chaos in turn 3. Moon phase, they pretty much pushed a lot of things up.
Here to shoot at the brain bugs.
Terminators coming up, pushing up, trying to kill the Parasite. We've got the Possessed coming up on that side, trying to kill the Carnifex. Abaddon spent a CP to advance and charge to potentially try and kill the Carnifex as well, which is very nice. We have the Havocs pushing up, the Bikes getting ready to kill some brain bugs. We'll see what happens. Second phase, they gave the Bikes the 4-up invuln. They also double moved the Sorcerer to be protecting him, and we're continuing with some more Psychic. Now bring a Bike back! Yes. Phase is finished. We got 4-up invuln on the Bikes, double move the Sorcerer, 5-up Finipay on the Terminators, +1 toughness on the Terminators. You haven't brought them back though.
No.
They brought a bike back instead. No Terminators, the 5 Terminators, but 4 bikes for the shooting. And where are we starting with the shooting? D6, 6 hits! You love flamers. And 4 flamer and 3's to wound. Ow. Alright, 4 went through. I got some cover. There you go. Boom. 3 die. 3 shots with the heavy stubber. Hitting on 5s. Oh my god. Okay, 3's to wound. Saves. 2 more die. 12 more shots with Cultist firearms. There's 5 bugs remaining. On 4s. Leave me alone. 4s. Just give me a 4! Yay. These guys are coming in, they're doing Spitfire.
So melters into the Hive Guard,
Tyrant
Guard, and then all the bolters, I'm shooting both profiles into the little dudes.
As well as 1 bolter on full profile. 3s with the bolter. Rerolling everything. Ah! These bugs on 3s, can he do it? Oh my god, yes he can. 5 ups. Okay, 3 die. And then these Terminators coming in hot into the 1 goal. 2 gaunts on 4s, rerolling everything. These to wound. But with the rerolls, you're going to pick them. These gaunts are extinguished, and more Termagants die, leaving just the mother remaining. Into my Tyrant Guard. 4s. Bada binga. Oh! Reference 6's explodes. That's 6 melter hits.
Yeah, and then
wounding the Tyrant Guard on 3s. Okay, cool. Oh my god, you can reroll it. Same again. Okay. Just give me 6's bacons! Yes! I made a bacon. D6 damage, 1 at a time. Big 1 damage. Yeah! Okay, you killed 1 Tyrant Guard.
Down.
Ow. One in the building is going to fire into the Parasite lurking in the shadows. On 3s. 4s to wound. Strength 5, T5 is nothing. 1 las cannon in range into the Tyrant Guard. 4s. Ah, we got it! 3s. Damn it. Give me that. Leave me alone, these las cannons, you love them. Okay, Tyrant Guard's on 2 wounds and he got 1 more las cannon from the last Havoc. Oh, hits. Doesn't explode. It's into the Tyrant Guard from the last Havoc. Coming in. Doesn't wound. Does wound! Okay, come on. Just give me a 5. Give me a sweet 5. Ah! D6 damage. Oh! Damage in the last 2 on you brought a 2 and a 1. Yeah. Job, however, of denying the Tyranid primary. I'm only going to get 4 primary next turn because I probably will hold this point. You're not really coming in here. But you will shoot the brain bugs now.
Sorcerer, where is he? Where is he?
He's there. The last Tyrant Guard on a wound. He's tanked 2 last cannons to the face. He gets 1 hit. It's a 5 to kill it. A 5! Yeah. That's not 5. Bikes, and we have the Obliterators left to fire. Obliterator is going to obliterate the brain bugs. Start doing with the strength 5, AP1 damage 1, D6 plus 9 is 15 shots. Eric, he's killed the Carnifex. Can he continue the hot streak? We'll find out. Hitting on 3s, not the closest. Oh, it's pretty hot. T5, strength 5. Hold the ground, brain bugs. 4 movements. 2 damage. So coming in hot with the Zinch bowlers. 3s. 6s explode because they're still on the dock chamber 4. Ran away for the reroll 1s, but they do get just everything but 1 hit. 15 hits, wounding on 5s.
That was terrible.
On 2 wounds, can he live? Kill the brain bug.
Yeah, they need the reroll.
Charging in, he got a 7. Roll the camera. Possessed to come into the con effect, as well as the parasite. Oh, he needed that value. Abaddon, Lord of the Chaos, needs a 9-inch charge. Rolled an 8, but he can re-roll it. He needs a 9. This is so big. Terminators are coming in just to the parasite. Yeah. That's the 6s explode. Dark Apostle coming in. He got a bunch of attacks into the parasite. 3s to wound. Oh my god. AP 6s. I die. It's consolidate because they can't charge or fight anything else. The possessed coming into the con effects. 26 attacks with possessed into the con effects. Hitting on 2s, 6s explode. On 2s, 6s explode. Oh my god. Exactly everything hits. 5. I'm saying if you spaz, you got me. I don't know, man. 4s. Thank god. Yeah, con effects is on 6 wounds and he gets to fight back. 10 attacks, hitting on 3s. Reroll one of them because Leviathan. 6s explode. Oh yeah. Leviathan. He's always strength 6, T5. 3s. Oh yeah. 5s. Kabushka. Kill 4 of them. End of Chaos turn 3. There's 1 possessed remaining. They got 3 points for assassinate for killing the parasite. And we'll see how Tyranids respond in turn 4. Right, turn 4. The scores are in front of you. The Chaos Space Marines also did get 4 more points of grind, bringing their total of grind to 9 points because they've got it every single turn. Tyranids turn 4. The plan is to kill these cultists, hurt Abaddon, kill some Terminators, and kill some bikes. The command phase, I'm going to give rerolls 1s to hit to the con effects, the 3d6 cast to the brain bugs as well as the Turvigan. Going to +1 cast and 5 of mortal wounds and eye from the master brain bug, the Neurothrope. I'm also going to give reroll 1s to hit to the Tyrant Guard, and we'll see how the Tyranids fight back in an epic game. Tyranids end phase, I've pushed the Turvigan over here, staying on the point to kill them. We did the action with the Termagants, bringing him up to 12 for P2, which will probably max it. And yeah, we also pushed these Tyranid warriors up. The Hive Tyrant's making a last stand because he's backed into a corner, but we're going to go on the aggressive, offensive, and we'll see what happens in the Psychic phase as we give the 3d6 cast to the Brain Bugs himself. And we also got +1 to cast from the Neurothrope's power. +1 cast, and he gets +1 cast, and he gets 3d6 cast. Brain Bugs are going to smite the Space Marines, or the Chaos Space Marines, sorry. Die. This is D6 +2. For 8 mortals. With this guy, he's going to chuck a smite into that dude. 3d6, and he gets +2 to this. Like a Brain Bug. That's an 8. Right, no deny from you, so D3 more.
That's a 1 on the floor.
3 mortals. Power shall be the Hive Nexus power from himself that he will give to the warriors, hopefully. 3d6 cast. He gets it on a 9 +2 to that because of his own Synaptic Imperative and his own ability. You need a 12. Ooh. Warriors have now been given another Synaptic Imperative, which will be... Yeah, they now have 5 1.
Very nice.
Fabian's going to smite you. He gets +1 to this.
Sure.
D3.
So just go.
One more Hive Tyrant is going to smite your Terminators.
Very nice.
Lord, give me good rolls. Oh! 4 up tonight with Abaddon. Oh my god, this is huge. This is beyond huge. Oh my god, just 1. Oh my god. You make a mockery of Catalyst, which I make. Catalyst 2, the Tyrant Guard. Done Psychic phase is pretty nasty, and we're going to go into Stream phase. You know, Turvigan's going into the Cultist. Alright, 8 shots on 3s. Rerolling one of these. Strength 5. Stinger salvos. 3s to wound. Killed 4. There are 5 left. Warrior's going to shoot everything into the bikes. We're going to do the Devourers into these guys, while the big Venom Cannons are going to go into the Obliterator. Starting with the Venom Cannons, 2d3. Non-3s. Let's go. Rerolling Leviathan. And this is 3s. No, 3. Oh, alright, Devourers. Onto bikes. It's the wound.
Oh no.
The terrain is falling. That was terrible. 3 up saves, and you ignore the first failed save, which that is ignore. CP reroll. Oh my! CP rolled that to try and keep the first failed save, but you failed the first failed save, so it's ignored even with the CP reroll. Hive Tyrant's gonna fight everything into Mr. Obliterator. On 2s, reroll. Strength 9.
3s.
I will it. Can the Hive Tyrant kill the Obliterator? He just needs 1 to go through! Yes! Obliterator is obliterated. Charging phase, warriors charging to the bikes. Yes! Tyrant's coming in hot to the Terminator. 4 hands. CP, my last CP. D3 +3 mortals. It's D3 +3 mortals. Oh, 6 mortals! He has the Horn Kitten keyword. The Stampeding Charge is on a 5+, it's D3 +3. Nastiness. It's are amazing, they have the best strats. That's coming into the Terminators. Every hit's an auto wound. Just 1 wound.
So 5 up.
Yep. Okay. He only got 1 hit, but it's an also wound because of the Seer Hive. B-roll.
Hey!
1 hit. So he managed to get the mortals, but nothing on his actual attacks, which was pretty poor.
But then here.
I do get to get with the warriors though. 4 with scything talons. 4 guys, 5 attacks each with scything talons, 20 attacks. 20 attacks with scything talons on 3s. Okay. 4s. Okay. So 4s. Okay, we kill the bike. 1.5 bikes died, and then I have 2 guys with bone swords. So, bone swords with lash whips, so rerolling once, and rerolling 1 more, which is perfect. So everything but 1 hit. Strength 8, T5, so 3s. Yes. 5 4-ups. It's all 2 damage. Okay.
It's a mixed bag.
You choose, good sir. I really could have killed him. If I rolled better, those Terminators could have died. I got them. Smite, I rolled 1, and then for the hits, I only got 1 out of 5. But we move. Attacks hitting back into the warriors on 2s. No, they didn't hit on 3s. 6s do explode there. You get 10, 4, T5. 5 to me. Let's do it. Just, 4. 5 up inbounds. Yay, kill.
Nice.
Warriors on a wound. You can fight back into my hub turn. The unkillable Terminator block fights back. Starting with the chain fist. Hitting on 4s, rerolling everything. 6s do explode. Explosions. Ooh, lovely. Lovely for me. Yeah, 4s. Basically, okay. 4 so far. Wow. Inbounds. Yes. 1d3 damage.
Yes.
And then 5s. Takes 2 damage. Take it 2 wounds. 2 power fists. 3 hits so far. Rerolling! Oh my god. It's because of the explosions on 4. Reroll! Stop it! Stop it! 4 ups.
2.
Got fun of pains. Oh yeah. 5. Takes 2 damage from the chain fist and then 3 damage from the power fist. So it takes 5 in total, so we're down to 7. What happens when an impregnable force meets an unmovable object? At the end of Tyranid's turn 4, I managed to basically comprehensively take this objective. I've also donated 3 more points to P2 and 3 points behind enemy lines. And we'll see what happens as we go into Chaos Space Marine turn 4! Poor Chaos, you did the litany of advance charge on himself. He rolled a 1, then spent a CP to roll it, didn't get it back, and got a 3, so he needs an 8-inch charge into the Warriors, which will give them all obsec. Abaddon's coming up to kill the Hive Tower and the Tyrant Guard. The Psychic Fist, so bring it on. The 9 to smite the Warriors. -1 to cast. No. -1 to cast because Shadows in the Warp. My Tyranid Hive Mind
You actually had
power. His last power is trying to take away the Warriors' invuln of a 5+ because they got Hive Nexus. He needs an 8 to a 9 because of Shadows in the Warp. Please do not. Thank you. Alright, this guy's going to try and fire up Finnegan the Terminator. Warp -1, doesn't go off. Bring 1 back to life. 8 to a 7.
It goes
8. No, you get it. The smite into the Warriors. -1 to cast. Denied. Yeah. This guy's gonna shoot the convex. Hitting on 3. Hits. Winning on 3. Okay, it does 5. Come on. Come on. No. CP reroll. No. Last cannon from the last dude did 5 damage on the Conifex, bringing him down to 1, making him the perfect opportunity for him. Abaddon shooting the Tyrant Guard. T6. To the left. 5. Yes. Done the shooting, you've done him down to a wound, the Possess auto makes it. Does the Dark Apostle make it on an 8 into the Warriors? No. Havoc made it in over there. Abaddon made it in both over here. It's made it in over there. She'll start with him because it's on 1 wound. Stacks on 2, 6 explode. 5s. 2. 4 up. Yes. 4 up. Yes! Abaddon coming into the Tyrant Guard. 1's on 2 wounds. Change plans. 3 into the Hive Tyrant, 6 into the Tyrant Guard. 6 into the Tyrant Guard on 2s. 6s explode. 3s to wound.
Okay, so
6 hips. 6s. Make 9. 12. 5 up. Philippines. And Abaddon swings his sword and picks up the Tyrant Guard. And now he has 3 attacks into the Hive Tyrant. On 2s. 4 to wound. Inbounds. No! 5 ups. Okay.
nice.
Takes 3. Down to 4 wounds for the Hive Tyrant. Marcus and Nash fight first. The Terminators are going to come into the Hive Tyrant. He has 4 wounds left. There's 5 of them because 1 reanimated again. The epic combat ensues. What will happen? Main fist, 4's rerolling. 2 so far. Not great confirmed. Transhuman. But the reroll is clutch. Abaddon's like, boys. 4 villains. Make none. 2d3. Just 5 ups. No. 2 wounds left. 4 attacks with curses. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling. You might just 4 ups. Make it in 1. Yes. Face on 4s with the reroll and explosion. Wounding on 4s with the reroll. Yeah, you never know. 4. Yeah, I'm done. All of these but 1. Oh my god! I'm alive! Just to reiterate, he was on 2 wounds. I had to make 5 out of 6 feel no pains. I made 5. You can't make this up, mate. Mortar of the Sorcerer into the Warriors. 6 attacks on 3s. 6s explode. 5 attacks. 2 would be 6s, but in 1s on the Warriors. Hive Nexus. Oh, okay. Single-handedly manages to kill 2 Warriors. It's gas. I'm coming into Abaddon. 5 attacks on 4s. On 4s, everything hits the wound. Why can't I kill Lash Whip reloading ones and one more for the Leviathan? Just fail both?
Yes,
just fail both. Just fail both. Thank you. Thank you very much. Abaddon takes his 3 damage. Warriors do it, get to fight back real fast. The Bone Swords on 3s, rolling 1. Leviathan. 2 damage with the Bone Swords. AP2, sorry, 2 damage.
So 3 ups.
Nice, 3 up saves. He has 5 wounds and he's on a wound. Silence.
Oh, this.
He's alive. Find them in combat. The Warriors hold the FX World of Camera, picked him up for breakfast. Just Tyranid turn 5, pretty much the last warlord dies of the game. Tyranid's been absolutely smashing in these last turns, been an epic game. So, plan is to kill Abaddon. We've got 12 primary. We're going to get 2 more points of banner at the end of our turn. Let's do this. Psychic phase, we're just going to smite Abaddon with 3d6 cast. Obviously, in the command phase went to these guys, and that's pretty much it. We're going to smite Abaddon with the brain bugs, can't do it, so we're going to do it with high turn. Smite him! Yeah, he needs a 9, he needs a 7. Me, but then the, I can also chuck out a smite from the Tervigan.
Yeah.
Which I get 4 up Abaddon deny.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I get a 3 here, it's rigged. Oh, down to 4 wounds. Brain bugs are gonna smite the bikes. 3d6 plus d6 plus 2. Yep, it was a 13. So 4 mortals perfectly kills the bikes that's on a wound and another guy. Neurothrope into whatever the closest. Smiting on a 6 and a 7 to deny. No. Or kills the sorcerer at the end. Tyranids are just smashing home at the end. Attack phase, the Tervigan did get Catalyst, but she took a mortal for a Shooting phase, can I finish off Abaddon? Abby's the Don. I'm my big old high Terran cannon.
Very nice.
On breadth 9, so 3s. 1 for it. Makes it. Nudge the Tervigan into you now.
Nice.
Make it on a 6. Tervigan gets in, and on a 2+, I'm going to do charge. Doesn't have Horn Kittens, so it's just a 5 to get flat 3. Yes, flat 3 mortals. Wound, and now I'm going to have 4 Crushing Claws to try and finish him off. Die! Okay. Observe my Leviathan, which has been so close. So 3s, or 2s. That's one of the first I'll take.
Okay.
You're alive. Fail one of them, DC plus 3 damage, but you ignore it! Yep. So you're still alive! It's coming into the Hive Town on the wound. Chain Fists. Cycle in the Hive Town on the 4s. 3 wounds, but you can reroll because that'll be the Dawn, and it makes it burns.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
5 ups.
I've
You kill the Hive. Does the Hive Tyrant explode? Oh my god! Hive Tyrant at the end explodes. He does a mortal wound to the closest unit, which is Abaddon, which will kill him. And then, yeah.
That's why I said I should probably just
kill the Hive Tyrant, but he lashes out, kills Abaddon, and kills the board too. And on that bombshell, I think we'll probably call it there. So we'll do the point. Great game, my friends. At the end of the game, there was pretty much nothing left for the Chaos at the end, so they handed in the towel, but right at the death, it was an epic game. Abaddon fell, so it was 47 for the Chaos to 67 for the Tyranids, so the Tyranids get another victory on Vexar Secundus. Little quick post-game show, quick thoughts. What went well for the Nids? Honestly, man, I rolled a 6 to explode the Tyrannifex. It killed 2 Tyranids. I rolled a 6 on the freaking Hive Tyrant. It killed Abaddon. Yeah, that was amazing. I also think I played the Hive Nexus power with the Warriors well. I think the Brain Bugs, that was the best I've done with the Brain Bugs, period.
I think you played the P2.
The Carnifex was... I played the P2 good, and also one of the Carnifex did good. Even better if... potentially doing better on my behind enemy lines, but apart from that, it was hard. Yeah. And yeah, MVP, give it to the Carnifex actually, I think. Just for, he killed the Possessed, he killed the Legionnaires, and he managed to get 6 points behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Or the Warriors maybe, because they just pushed up and grabbed that point at the end, which was kind of huge.
Weirdly, the Tyrannifex was actually...
Tyrannifex was so good as well, because the Synapse.
All of my Terminators and the Synapse, and then he also exploded and killed 2 Terminators.
Yeah. Leviathan was really good for the Transhuman. Just an outstanding Tyranid display, and just shows you they are very much a strong army in 9th edition, and don't let the meta and the percentage of win rates fool you. Tyranids have the ceiling, they just need a bit of luck and a bit of skill. But mostly luck. Chaos anyway, what went well? I would say...
It was an interesting list.
The bikes were cool. They definitely had some punch.
I'm trying to try really badly. I like the bikes.
And hey man, the Terminators were just amazing. And Abaddon, I feel like Abaddon, even better if maybe Abaddon could have got a bit more value.
This style of list needs to be played very aggressive. I'm not a very aggressive player.
But then in turn 1, if you just try and kill my Hive Tyrant.
I should just throw everything at you like turn 1.
You probably would have won it.
Yeah, no, maybe not.
And then,
we don't know.
Yeah, fair. MVP? Terminators.
Yeah.
Well, if you got to this point, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been an epic, epic game. I finally got it, the victory! I've ended like a 22 game losing streak if you guys have been watching the channel intensely. But anyway, this was an intense game and we're going to leave it there. We are absolutely exhausted. It's pretty much past our bedtimes 3 times over. I mean, they can see the time. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.